It's a bird. It's a plane, ladies and gentlemen. No, it is the confirmation from James Gunn on the Superman sequel called Man of Tomorrow that is going to be released in theaters on July 9th, 2027. Man, this makes me happy. Look, I'm a big fan of the Superman film. It's the Superman movie that I've been waiting a long time. This is a very controversial film. People are fighting. All people that enjoy the film can't enjoy it because the people that want to bash it want to constantly ridicule the people like me who enjoy it, and they just constantly want to throw Henry Cavill this, Snyder this, blah, blah, blah. Yo, go watch your movie. Leave us alone. Some of us enjoy the happier, brighter Superman that actually goes around and saves people and not walks around pouting all freaking movie long. But I digress. If you guys are new to the channel, please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. We are under 400 subscribers away from hitting 29,000. I am fully aware of all the Snyder fans out there are going to completely just thumbs down this video and they're not going to subscribe, but to each their own. I enjoy Henry Cavill as Superman. It's not his fault that the movies he was in were awful Superman movies. That I digress. But I love this iteration of Superman. I don't care what anybody says. You can enjoy your Snyderverse. Let me enjoy this universe. Don't be jealous because we are getting a sequel and Man of Steel never got a proper sequel. So let's get to the actual announcement from James Gunn himself. He says Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027. I don't know how I feel about that July release date. It's pretty much around the same release time as the first movie, the one that currently is out right now. It was like the second week of July. So, okay, they're keeping it about the same. So here's my theories of Superman 2. So James Gunn has come out and he talked about like this is the Superman saga. The next film is going to be Superman Family. You can see in this picture, Lex is wearing his power suit. And Superman, of course, you know, he's wearing the outfit that he wore in the movie, and Lex is wearing the power suit. So what does that mean? Does that mean he's going to be battling Lex in this movie? No, I don't think so. I've been saying this since the movie came out, and I seen Supergirl at the end of the movie, and we're getting the Supergirl film. I honestly believe they are leading this up to Brainiac. I've been saying this. Like, if you guys read Superman comics, then you know Brainiac is a very important villain in Superman. And not only that, he's a very important villain when it comes to Supergirl's connection with Superman. Because Supergirl dealt with what Brainiac is. Like, she knows who Brainiac is. He bottled Kendor. Like Superman is unaware of how dangerous Brainiac is. And if they can like kind of like leave a foundation leading up to Brainiac, I think is going to be phenomenal in the Superman sequel, where, like James Gunn said, it's going to be like a Superman family. So I think this picture is actually sort of a bait and switch. I do think Lex is going to be in this power suit, but I think Lex is going to be helping Superman, right? I think it's going to be like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think it's going to be that sort of situation where, yes, Lex will have his hidden agenda as always. That does not mean he likes Superman, but at the same time, he can't allow Brainiac to take over the planet. That there is some kind of moral justice to Lex's character. He has hatred for Superman, but that's not going to cloud his judgment if Brainiac takes over the planet Earth. So I think it's going to be one of those situations where we're going to get Lex in this suit because they already kind of built the foundation of that with the first film where his Raptor unit and stuff like that. So they're already building a sort of thing like that. I see a lot of people throwing out Parasite. I don't think Parasite is going to be the villain. Bizarro. I think Bizarro is going to be something later on. Just because they set that up in this movie doesn't mean that's going to be the next one. You kind of have to place the chess pieces where he's kind of leaving hints, right? Superman, Supergirl. You know how they tie in. If you read the comic books, you know how Supergirl and Superman tie into Brainiac. And then the next film after that will be Superman. You see the picture here. I am a big Superman comic book fan, I've been reading the House of Brainiac storyline that came out, I believe, like last year by Joshua Williamson. And I've been reading this and just started reading this. I never got around to reading this story arc. And again, this is something I feel like they could really adapt into the next movie because it has Lobo in it, it has Supergirl in it. Lex, who doesn't like Superman, is trying to help Superman because he doesn't want Brainiac to take over. So when you start looking at like all the pieces that James Gunn has kind of laid out in the first film, and then you start looking at, you know, the kind of the image that he had, that I see Jim Lee, his signatures right there. I really feel like it's going to be one of those situations where Brainiac's going to come, Superman's going to do his darndest, he's going to have to team up with Supergirl, and then you're going to help from an unlikely alliance, which is Lex in his battle armor, and I think that's going to be the movie. And then at the end, probably Lex is probably going to double cross Superman like he always does. But I'm super excited for this movie. I think there's a lot of, the sky's the limit for this film. Now, if they do go a different route and it isn't Lobo, then I'm perfectly fine with that too. I trust James Gunn enough from his Marvel track record and what he's done in DC that I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and see what he does for the sequel. He might throw me a curveball. He might do Parasite for some reason. I actually like Parasite. I just don't think Parasite is a great villain for the second film, not after the stuff that you already set up. I think Bizarro is also a great character to do, but I feel like you just set that up in the first film. You don't want to just follow that up in the second film. Like maybe the third film, maybe just pay it off somewhere else, maybe in another movie. But I don't think just because you set that up with Ultraman in the first film that's your follow-up film is Bizarro. I know you teased it, but it isn't something that you have to do. I really think Brainiac is the play because you want to go bigger and badder in this film. And regardless of what people think about David Cornsweet's Superman, the movie did cross $600 million. It was only under like 50 to 60 million what Man of Steel made. That's coming off of a horrible universe that just crashed and burned. The last 6 or 7 movies failed. The DCEU just kind of really tarnished the name of DC. Superman had a lot of trouble and a lot of work to build up that brand again, and people love it. Like I said, it crossed 600 million. The Snyder fans can say what they want, move the goalposts, do whatever they want, but the facts are it's successful, it's getting a sequel, and James Gunn is building the Superman saga within the DC universe, and we're full steam ahead. And I, as a fan, am really looking forward to that. So I think this is all just great news, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Please hit that like and subscribe button. I will be covering a lot more of this news as this news comes up. We're so close to 29,000. I can only do that with your support. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Catch you guys next time. As always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.